Um, have you ever wondered what happens to the characters Lee and Jean in the movie Queer? As a queer individual myself, I found this film to be a powerful exploration of love, identity, and loneliness during a time when being openly queer was far from acceptable of the very, very reason. And seeing what he does in that reason, or the people who today I'll be diving into the story of Lee and Jean and discussing the film's themes and symbolism. Uh, um, Queer is a romantic drama directed by Luca Guadagnino and based on William S. Burroughs' 1985 novella of the same name. The film is set in 1950s Mexico City and follows the story of Lee, played by Daniel Craig, and Jean, portrayed by Drew Starkey. Lee is a figure who feels alienated among other members of the queer community and frequents the city's nightclubs in search of companionship system. One day, he meets Jean at a bar and is instantly drawn to him. However, Lee struggles to bridge the gap between them until Jean takes the initiative. They embark on a passionate affair, but Jean remains emotionally detached, leaving Lee longing for a deeper emotional connection. One reason Lee is so drawn to Jean is his belief in telepathy and uh, his desire to explore it further. Uh, in the film, Yage, a plant said to boost telepathic abilities, uh, plays a significant role in the story. And Lee's fascination with telepathy isn't only due to his faith in it, but because it could provide a simpler means for him to express his emotions to his partners, and particularly Jean. Um, the Yage experience serves as a profound revelation for both Lee and Jean. During the trip, Jean informs Lee that he isn't homosexual, but rather a incorporeal being. This revelation allows Jean to confess truthfully to Lee and admit that he cannot love him in the way he does. In the end, Lee obtains what he seeks in terms of telepathic abilities, but he doesn't get what he desires. As he understands that Jean will never return his affection, the Yage experience serves as a symbol of the never ending cycle of solitude, longing for affection, substance abuse, and navigating society's intolerance as a queer individual. As for what happens to Jean after the Yage trip, he vanishes and Lee never sees him again. 2 years later, Lee finds himself back in Mexico City, uh, where he learns that Jean had re entered the city but departed 6 months prior with a colonel from the uh, uh, army to explore South America. In the end, Queer's a poignant exploration of love, identity, and loneliness during a time when being openly queer was far from acceptable. The film's themes and symbolism serve as a reminder of the struggles that many queer people face in finding emotional intimacy and the longing for connection that many of us experience. Um, with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'm happy